Alright, can you... Alright, I'm live. I have one person seeing me. Where... Yes, we got it. Okay. I see my code. I see myself now. Okay. Alright, now do you see me? Yes, someone was watching. Little special game that I've sort of know a little bit about. It's called Seduce Me, Atomo, and let me turn down that sound. If y'all can't hear that, I'm gonna turn that down a bit more. Where's my back? Okay. was created by Michaela Laws as well as Seraphil Entertainments. I'm giving full credit to these two, to the company as well as Michaela, because let me tell you, this game is so much fun. But we're going to do a little something just to test this out, to see if you guys actually like this, if you like me streaming a lot. I'm going to do 1 hour stream, a 1 hour stream. And I want you to at least give this stream at least, let's see, 20 likes. If this video can actually get 20 likes, I will post another one. And we'll go from there. Okay, guys? So, we're going to start a game. Oh dear, I can't read that. Okay. Let me quickly fix that. Let me actually fix this real quick. What was this under? Started. This is a fictional interactive narrative. Any characters resembling to real life people are purely confidential. Also, please know that this game is rated PG-16, guys. 16. So if you guys are like 15 and under, get out. Go. Like, shoo away, because I'm not gonna be, I don't want you guys getting in trouble for this. Also, please note that this is got some sexual and violent themes exploited. Okay. It does have sexual as well as violent themes, but it does have some trigger warnings such as abuse, implied rape, and suicide. So, you guys have been warned, and I know. Anyway, guys, please enjoy!
Why, hello. My, aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
Is this one of the boys? Okay. So we're not going to be going as Mika, we're going to go as Rocinda.
A lovely name for a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
Okay.
Eric, do your job.
Okay, so that was Eric.
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of Michaela Laws and is powered by Ren'Py Visual Novel Engine. We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it since you'll be in it.
Whoa, dude. I don't roll that way. But okay.
Eric.
Trying to set up the hours, guys. It's like not wanting to work. Oh, not 2 hours. Okay.
Fine, fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Somewhere. Wait, was that actually real? That was actually real. Okay. Well, that was realistic. This... Okay, I'm sorry guys. Let me pause this. I hate hearing guns. Like, I get triggered hearing guns. It's something I live with, but I don't like hearing it at all. So it's like, ugh. Let me fix this. It's like, what in the heck is going on here? So you can see my hands. Okay.
Wanna try me, asshole?
Damn. Okay, first word, guys. Counter.
Crap! Missed.
Let's retreat for now.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks. Stay out of our territory.
Okay, whoever is talking in that, like... I'm only one of these guys that I think is one of the boys is in this, because I know that there's like updates to these. And it's pretty funny. Okay. Call it fate or call it coincidence. That moment of violence started a chain of events that I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory.
Okay.
It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Is this freaking math? Is this freaking math? Oh, good lord. Rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it is the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I love the sound of it. The way the raindrops fell, like the soft tapping of fingers. It was so soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I do spend more time staring outside than I did paying attention to class. That's actually a really cute version of us. Though I wouldn't go with the color hair, but it's still cute. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Miss Phillips' voice wasn't, I'm gonna butcher that, soporific, but I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. And since it was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Oh, food. Actual food, please. Like, please. That is heavenly. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Ha! Math! Ha! I knew it. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbook and did my assignments as I had to. Oh, good girl. We got our first good girl. Goody two-shoes. Yay. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were up to me, I would probably have taken another course. Another language class, maybe? Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester, it would mean the end of high school courses forever. Thank God for that. Like, seriously, that is awesome. I didn't hate high school. It was just kind of mundane how the days drifted on and on and on and on and on and on, as if there was no end to it. Girl, I can completely understand that. I mean, seriously guys, if you guys are in high school or in school in general, you would know how that feels. Like, even in college, it's like difficult. And I actually know some people that are like that they said that. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them. But that was kind of it. Aww. Aww, we got friends. I actually thought we were going to be the lonely girl in school. Like the one who gets bullied all the time. Okay. In short, I was done with high school. The start of the second semester brought note of finality. Finality to it. Sorry, guys. I'm tongue twisted today. I had already applied to many universities the semester prior, and I was accepting replies sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something new, something that would change. That is, if things could change. I feel you, girl. I stare at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I'm stuck in this class.
Miss Anderson.
Well, who's Miss Anderson, though? Is that our friend? Which one is that? Miss Phyllis' raised voice interrupted my train of thought. Oh, shoot. This is Gus, isn't it? Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am?
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
Oh, shoot. Oh, I think I read about that in the textbook last night. It should be the Black-Scholes model formula. Is that actually a formula, guys? In economics? I'm gonna ask my teacher next week.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Of course. Anderson. It followed me wherever I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather my surname. No doubt, since the surname was the trademark of the internationally famous and philanthropic Anderson Family Toys, and because the founder was my own grandfather. We get to make toys in this? Wait, do we actually get to make toys? Like, no joke? Toys? Toys? Ooh. Okay. Suzu, one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a punch in the shoulder. Ouch.
Kick ass, girl.
Like, okay. Suzu is adorable. From beside me, I heard Naomi, one of my other friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Zuzu's choice of words.
She means good job.
Wait, that was a really soft voice compared to Zuzu. Okay, compared to Zuzu and Naomi, I can tell one is more of like the mom figure, and one is more of like the bad girl who's going to be in the mafia someday. Is that weird? Is that weird to say? Oh, girl, you're gonna get in trouble.
Oi!
Care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Look at the teacher's face. I mean, like, look at her face. She's, like, not at all pleased with Zuzu.
Some guys named Black and Scholes. Fisher Black and Myron Scholes.
Knowledge. Knowledge, guys. Remember your formulas. Especially in math class. Oh, poor Zuzu.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Hey, Patterson. Whatever she got that name from.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Wait, is she actually talking about us? Like her and Naomi? Us? Me and Naomi? I don't study for my entire life, and yet I'm passing every class I got. Ooh, never once studied, yet I made good grades. That's awesome. Zuzu rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
I like Miss Phillips. She's just like that stern young lady kind of a teacher, but she's kind of nice. She doesn't drag on. Like, she doesn't drag on like normal teachers do. Because I actually have some teachers that drag on and on and on. No matter what. Even when it's like a short lesson, they drag on the lesson. And I'm just like, okay, please stop. Oh my goodness. Okay, before I knew it, Zuzu and Naomi had scooted their desks to align with mine, and we turned into the Three Musketeers. All for one and one for all. I know that reference way too much. Whenever the teacher lets the students decide in groups, we always group together in our little trio. Sorry guys, I had to yawn for a second there. Whew. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around our other classmates. Ooh. It just made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the poster we were working on and rolled it open onto the 3 desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though we did still have to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit more prettier, correct term, sorry. We sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped a pencil against her chin, staring intensely at the project.
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Okay. Budgeting, building, cost of labor. What else would we need? Definitely not supplies. Zuzu straightened up to look at the poster and stroke her chin. After a few seconds, that was weird. Her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name?
Oh, so that's what we forgot.
Huh? Did we really skip over that?
I mean, obviously, she wouldn't go saying that if we did, actually.
Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely skip over the fact. We need a name for our projects.
Ooh. Yeah.
At least we caught it this time. What do we name it?
Oh, I bet there's gonna be one weird name and one, like, boring name to all this.
Not sure. What do you think?
Me? It always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master in ending decisions. at ending decisions. Okay. Even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporations.
Trinity Corporation sounds like a baptism. Like a baptism organization. Sorry for all you Baptists. I'm not restricting that. Just, that's what I feel like that's what it would be.
That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company?
That's even worse.
What do dragons have to do with our project?
Yeah, really. What kind of stuff are we doing exactly? Like, what are we selling? If any. Like, are we selling, like, toys like our grandfather is? Selling cars? Selling boats? Or selling hair products, I guess?
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot.
Hot. Okay. Oh, our company sells bubblegum? Oh, then Dragon Company for sure. Trinity Corporation's way too innocent. It's more for a charity fundraiser stuff. Not freaking selling bubblegum. What? No. Oh, because I got a cat.
You said we can't produce spicy bubblegum.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
What do you think?
Yeah. What do you think?
Both of them looked at me expectantly. Even though I wasn't quite sure myself, I didn't really want to choose sides. But if it were up to me, I would say, hell yes. We are definitely doing Dragon Company.
Booyah! Dragon Company it is!
You're welcome, Zuzu. I'm so sorry, Naomi. Not really sure how she said her name.
Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. A giggle? A giggle? That's what scrambles my thoughts, not the fact that we're done with the project. That was a fake laughter. Huh? Who was that?
Ignore it. It's just Lisette.
Lisette? Who's Lisette? I looked over my shoulders to see her laughing with her circle of friends. Mostly comprised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school. Of course. And as a result, everyone in the school knew them. In the center of it all was Lisette White. So we get our first Snow Queen. Is this our first Snow Queen? Like our Snow Queen of school? High school? She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she was ready to casually chat about her day. She had an endearing balance of charisma and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the comedian as well. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Lisette was bright, easygoing, and above all, had her future laid right out in front of her. Why does this sound like every snobby white kid? Like, I'm sorry to say that, but it's like, why does that sound like every snobby rich kid? That's what I want to know. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school. And as a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. A lot? We'll see about that. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but it ultimately resulted in a rival that continued today. What did we do to you, Lisette? It's like, okay, if we've known her since we were young, and then all of a sudden we get this idea that, oh, hey, we're rivals now. When did that start? Like, when? Exactly. Of course, my friends knew what was between us, and upon seeing me glancing at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
No, she's not?
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
Come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
Seriously, the fact that she started a rival with me? You don't think that's being a priss?
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
I don't know if that would be considered a burn or a freaking diss off. But, oh boy.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, poor Naomi. She's so clueless.
Never mind. It's about time. Let's bail.
How does one do that? Like, just... Okay, I know myself, I would definitely run it because I have a class where it's right before lunch and I don't want to be in that class. But still, in a room full... Okay, in the background it doesn't look like there's a room full of kids, but I am sure there was a room full of kids. How has she got lightning boots in her to get out of that class? What? Unsurprisingly, Zuzu was the first out of class, slinging her backpack over her shoulder with ease as she quickly strolled out of the door. How do you just quickly stroll out the door that fast?
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
You and me both, Naomi. She gave me a smile as if relieved by the fact that I felt the same way as she did.
See? Why can't she just be normal like the two of us?
I just want to understand how she got that fast. It's Zuzu, Naomi. Think about it.
Very true.
Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what?
Oh, says the one with rocket boost.
We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings.
See what I mean? Oh my gosh. I'm already figuring out the story as it goes.
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
Valedictorian, my butt. I do have to admit I was spacing out. And just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts.
Yeah.
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally, anyone would think that opposites like them wouldn't ever associate with each other. But even though they were so different, their friendship somehow made a lot of sense. Maybe they were just perfect complements, or personality just didn't dictate the possibility of the friendship. After all, we three have been best friends since preschool. Preschool buddies! Oh, we were never alone! Yay!
Alright, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum.
Okay, first of all, who would buy spicy bubblegum? I actually want to know.
Who would even buy that? I wonder.
Same.
Me? I would pay good money to get a taste of it.
Of course you would. You do like spicy food after all. Oh, the cafeteria is so nice! What the heck? This is actually a lot better cafeteria than mine. Like my freaking building does. That's not fair. We entered the cafeteria, a bustling room filled with the aroma of different kinds of food. As we got in line, we ordered our meals and chatted freely.
Cajun fries and the spicy chicken burger for me. That's my definition of a good meal.
Okay, Cajun fries actually sounds pretty good. But spicy chicken burger? Maybe not.
I'll take a tuna sandwich and some juice. You're probably going to need water or something to curb all that spicy flavor, Suzu.
I can't be tamed by the likes of that. If it's spicy, then it's gotta be all or nothing.
You're crazy!
Hell yeah, I'm crazy.
Yeah, let her be crazy.
I think I'm getting a migraine.
I think I'll go with... Oh! We can choose. Cajun fries and spicy chicken burger 2. What Naomi's having, which is a salad, I think, or some kind of sandwich and some juice. Or just mac and cheese and a soda. Well. Why don't you help me decide? Should I go with the spicy food, the juice and whatever Naomi was having, or just mac and cheese and a soda? Third option. Third option is just mac and cheese and a soda. So that, I mean, it depends actually on the size of the. Yeah. That sounds actually moderate compared to what they're both having. At least it's not as crazy as Cajun fries and spicy sandwich and freaking whatever. That sounds good. Once we got our food, we settled down at one of the empty tables, putting our backpacks aside to finally dig into the food. Woo-hoo-hoo. Zuzu leaned back in her chair, tilting it back so that she could rest her food on the table by her food. No! No. Zuzu, please, no. No, honey. Yeah. No. Don't. That is literally disgusting. That's disgusting. Putting your feet near your food is absolutely disgusting to me, guys. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, it makes me feel sick. Oh.
Alright then, is there anything we want to talk about?
Yeah, let's talk about Zuzu and the way that she's actually putting her feet next to her food. Oh.
Bored already?
Are you, Zuzu?
I know. Let's talk about...
Say boys, and I will never speak to you ever again.
Actually, I want to kind of know, Zuzu, why the flip do you not like talking about boys all the time? I mean, I'm a girl. I don't like talking about boys all the time, but I still talk about them. Just not in a romantic way.
Aw, why not?
Oh, Naomi. The way she's just like whined. It was adorable.
What's so interesting about talking about guys? It's not like any of us are gonna get boyfriends anytime soon.
Zuzu, don't be that negative.
We don't know that. What if one of us does get a boyfriend?
Like that's going to happen, Naomi. Look at us. I'm a tiny Italian. You're a ditzy blonde.
Hey!
Oh, poor Naomi. Don't worry, Naomi. You're not a ditzy blonde. You're not even sort of blonde at all. You're more like a reddish brown. She's more of a dirty blonde than this. That's kind of weird.
No offense. And Anderson here. Well, I guess she could land a boyfriend or girlfriend if she wants.
Correction. Boyfriend!
Or girlfriend?
Yeah, a girlfriend?
She can be a lesbian if she wants.
Zuzu! What? Like, what? I feel like Zuzu's the one friend you got that's, like, not gonna care about your sexuality. She's just gonna be like, okay, you like women. Still gonna hang out with you. That's what I feel like Zuzu is.
True.
That's okay, Zuzu. I'm not sure I want a boyfriend yet.
Why not? It's our senior year. Might as well get a boyfriend.
Might as well get a boyfriend. Okay, Zuzu, calm yourself. It's senior year. You should usually wait until after college. Usually.
Maybe she's just not interested in a relationship, Suzu.
Thank you, Naomi. Thank you. Thank you. Well, oh dear. It wasn't really about wanting a relationship, but more of there was no one interesting enough to be in a relationship with. Don't get me wrong, I'm an open person. But there were not very many but there were not many interesting guys in the school to go out with. Who knows? Time will tell. Naomi looked at me, wanting to continue the conversation. However, before she could speak, the speakers in the cafeteria started up and an announcement echoed through the cafeteria.
Miss Anderson, please come to the main office immediately. Please bring your things with you.
Am I in trouble?
Oh my.
Looks like our plans have been cut short. The men in white coats have finally come to get you.
Wait, white coats? Zeus, what are you talking about?
Suzu, don't joke around. What if it's serious?
I don't know. I'm sure I didn't cut Lisa Wise's hair. No, guys, I would never do that. I'm not the type of girl to take revenge. Nope.
Ah, fine. If something happens, just call us.
Yeah, great. Funny enough, something did happen. And it certainly was no laughing matter. Cold. It was really cold. The rain became heavier that afternoon, accompanied by rolling thunder now and then. The skies had turned dark, though I couldn't see any of it underneath the black umbrella. What? Not that I was the one I was looking up. In fact, looking up was the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. I stared at the grass beneath my feet, unable to look up at the people weeping around me. All I could see was the damp grass underneath my feet. Only the monotone eulogies that floated through my ears reminded me that I was at a funeral. It was only when the speeches ended that I finally was able to raise my head. Harold Anderson, forever in our hearts. What? A small gathering of people, mostly made of relatives that I didn't even know were related to me, were huddled around a simple, small grave. For a while, all I heard was the sound of raindrops on umbrellas. If it weren't raining, everything would probably be in a dead silence. I looked beside me, where my father was standing and holding up a large black umbrella for our small family of 3. Small family of 3, so there was only originally 3? Right? His face was emotionless, a strange sight next to my weeping mother. I wonder what was going on through his head, or mine. After all, etched into the smooth, gray tombstone before us was his father's name. Our grandpa, the founder of Anderson Family Toys. He's dead? He's dead. Like, dead. Like, no way coming back in, like, future episodes. What? Wait. What was the cause of it? My grandfather, the one who raised me like his own daughter. Sorry guys, I had to calm myself down. Had passed away that day. The ceremony was small, only close family were allowed to come. Slowly though, people began to leave, leaving my father, mother, and me behind at the grave. A man dressed in a clean black suit under the black umbrella of the funeral attendees walked towards us, introducing himself as grandfather's lawyer. He pulled out a few documents from his suitcase and began to read aloud its contents.
And now, I shall read Harold Anderson's last will and testament.
Give me a second, guys. I'm trying not to cry so badly. This is really pulling at heartstrings. Only my parents and I were allowed to be present for my grandfather's will. It was under the strict request of his lawyer, and there was a reason why.
And to my dearest granddaughter, I give my estate. All the furniture and decor that resides within the house shall also be given to my granddaughter.
Wait, am I hearing that right? And to my dearest granddaughter, I gave my estate. All the furniture and decor that resides within the house shall also be given to my granddaughter. Wait, what? What? Literally? I couldn't believe my ears. I had earned the family estate at 18. That was impossible, and yet it was written by my own grandfather's hand. Wait. Okay, first we're 18. I get that. But the family estate. How big is the family estate, actually? Like, I haven't seen any sort of pictures of this, so I have no clue what I'm thinking of.
He passed the family estate to her? Why am I not surprised?
Why do you have to be such a bitch?
Dear.
Yeah.
Well, did he say anything about what will become of the CEO and chairman position of the Anderson Toys Company?
No. It is presumed that the vice chairman will succeed the position.
Even to the bitter end, he wouldn't give in. Oh, what a stubborn old man.
Stubborn old man? That was your father! Anybody's stubborn if it's our dad! Shaking his head, my father turned to face my mother with a serious expression on his face.
About the estate. Should we send her there to get used to the building? It'll be a good place for her to live after high school.
Free house. Have to pay the bills, probably. Have to probably get a job. Oh, yeah.
Are you sure we should?
Why not? This would be a good experience for her.
Honey, what do you think?
Oh. Sorry, guys. My voice went really quiet for some reason. I really wasn't sure what to say. Why did my grandfather think I was the appropriate heir to the mansion? Was I even ready to live on my own? A mansion, okay.
Well, that seems to be it. We'll be taking our leave now. I'm sure the little heiress needs some time to adjust.
How about you stop being such a effing bitch?
David!
Yeah! Go! Even though she raised her voice, my father wordlessly began walking back to the car, disinterested.
Don't mind him, honey. I think that your grandfather's passing really affected.
It's like, come on! No, Dad. You don't get to treat family like that. Oh, Hana means... Sorry. I'm calming down. You can go ahead to the car... You can go on ahead to the car, Mom. I think I need some time alone with Grandpa.
Oh, of course.
I love our mom. She's so pretty, actually. Like, okay, I obviously see that we got the dark hair from our dad, but it's like we got the face structure and like the simple beauty of our mother. It's so adorable. So awesome. Thanks, Mom. She gave me a quick hug and hurried off after my dad. I looked around the funeral grounds, which was completely empty, save for the sullen-looking grave that was laid in front of me. I'm sure that if Grandpa was in charge of arranging all this, it would have been much different. It was blatantly obvious that my dad was in charge of the whole event. Why else would you bury their own family the same day they passed away? Yeah, who would do that? I would give myself a little bit of extra time of weeping and mourning for someone who died. And then I would bury him and put nice things Everyone knew my grandfather's love for toys, and yet the grave was merely a stone slab on the ground, void of any children toys. My dad didn't even bother putting flowers. His disdain for my grandfather was almost pitiful. Sorry, Grandpa. I tried to force some words out, but the only thing that came out was a choked sob. You told me to stay strong, but right now I'm the farthest from it. Like that one time, a long time ago. Oh my god, our grandpa! He's so handsome! Oh, he's so handsome! So handsome. Grandpa!
Oh, it's so good to see you again, sweetie.
I love the voice! It's like that, so it's like every little girl's, like, vision of their grandfather's voice. It's like that sweet, but it's that manly type voice that shares warmth and comfort. That's what I think of his voice as. That is adorable. I was swept into a giant bear hug, and we both laughed as he swung me around like an airplane. Sorry guys, I'm like trying really hard not to cry. It was one of my favorite things about seeing my grandfather. The way he greeted me. Unlike my father, my grandfather was loving and playful, even as I grew older. Aww, that's exactly what grandparents are supposed to be. They're supposed to be cheerful and playful and loving. Unlike parents. Sorry for all those parents who are watching. Sorry that Daddy couldn't be here today. He said he wasn't feeling too good again. It had always been like that. Dad missed every visit to Grandpa's house, citing that he was busy with work or wasn't feeling well.
Is that so? Well, that's okay.
Yeah. So what are we doing today, Grandpa? Mommy says that there is a new dessert cafe open in town. Maybe we could go?
Oh, I would love to. But I've been so busy with the company these days. We're actually working on a little something. Would you like to see?
Ooh, a new toy? Toy? Yes. Ooh, is that a toy?
It is. I was designing a new line of them. But I feel like something's missing. You don't think you could help me out, could you?
Of course! Of course! Of course! He placed a toy in my hands. Okay, I only got that one out. He placed the toy in my hands with a smile, and I inspected it carefully. It was beautifully crafted, and obviously a lot of work was put into it. There was one thing, though.
So, what do you think?
I think the heart on its chest should light up when you hug it. It'll be like it's alive, and it can be like a little nightlight before you sleep. We are a smart child. Like, seriously, how old are we when this flashback? Like, how old is the... Seriously, how smart can a child be to be able to talk like this? He stroked his chin, considering my input while nodding his head. After a few moments of silent deliberation, he turned to me with a chuckle.
That's a great idea. I'll get to changing it right away. You're always like my little lucky charm, dear. You always know what to add to make the perfect toy.
Well, I hope I can be like you one day, Grandpa.
You want to make toys as well?
Well, making people happy is the best feeling in the world. I don't know if I want to make toys when I grow up, though. True that. That first sentence. flipping yes. Anything to make a person happy in this world is the best feeling you can ever make. I can actually say that me making like videos and DIYs for all my families and friends, that makes me happy as a person, but it makes me even happier to see them happy. It's just that feeling. I can't explain it, guys. It's just that feeling of making someone happy with something that you do. Being a comedian or just being real goofy or just being creative. Anything you do that's something that you normally do in a daily life, if it makes somebody else happy, it's like, it's that warm, gooey feeling, and just like, I don't know. I'm getting too ahead of myself.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
That makes sense. Daddy doesn't think of it in the same way, though.
Your father. I'm sure he just wants the best for you.
I'm not so sure about that.
Sweetie, look at me.
Oh no. Oh no, here comes the feels. Here comes the feels, guys. He bent down to me to look at me at eye level with a serious look on his face.
As much as your father may say something that doesn't make sense now, you must remember that he's always thinking about you. He loves you. There's no doubt about that. And you need to love him just as equally.
I don't hate Daddy. I really do love him. I don't know why he's like this, though.
Your father and I have had some difficulties with each other in the past. But it's nothing that you should be concerned about.
I had heard tidbits of this from my mother and various of other people. The only people who had stayed quiet were my father and grandfather. Both of them refrained from saying a word on the subject matter, but it was clear that whatever happened set up a wall between them. It's hard, though, trying to pretend as if nothing were wrong.
However, no matter what, you have to stay strong. You're a big girl already, and, well, there'll come a day when it seems like it's you against the world. But always remember that your family and friends will be here with you. Daddy, Mommy, your friends at school, me. We'll stand together to get through it.
How can you be so sure of that?
Because we'll be right here and here.
Oh, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. He pointed his finger to my head first, then pointed at my heart.
So stay strong, promise?
For a moment he looked almost sad, pleading, but as quickly as it had come, the expression disappeared from his face, and he was all smiles once again. Promise. Upon hearing that, Grandpa let out a great burst of laughter and stood up. Oh! What did we do? What did we do? Oh.
Because we'll be... Because... So,
okay, what did we do, guys? Okay.
Alright then, enough of that. How about I whip up some special homemade dessert? I know I can't accompany you at that new cafe, but we sure can talk and eat while I cook and do some paperwork.
Oh, that will work. Homemade desserts? I'll race you to the kitchen! Like, seriously, guys. That is me. Anytime somebody makes dessert. Like, anyone that knows me can tell you this. Because it's so funny. I will. I think we're gonna meet the boys, I think. And then we will end this part up. I just want to get this part 1 done so you guys can see this.
Hey, slow down there. I'm not what I used to be.
Oh no, I'm crying. Where? Okay, I don't think you guys can see this, but I'm looking right now at the screen closely to where my face is, and I can see little bumps near my cheek, and it's tears. No, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. You wielded me the very home I love to see you in. Why? Why would you think I would be ready to take it, especially after this? A surge of anger bubbled within me, but I quickly swallowed it. There was no use in getting mad, especially when the person in question was no longer there. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's hard to stay quiet, stay calm when you've left me with so many questions, especially about what happened between you and Dad. What am I doing? I'm talking to a grave. I'm crazy. Woo, 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 woo. My vision blurred, and I suddenly realized that I was crying. My face heated up as tears rolled down my cheeks. Ooh, this is killing me, guys. I'll bring you some flowers later. I miss you, Grandpa. I'll try my best to fulfill my promise I gave to you, even if the world might be turned against me. I left the grave, wiping my tears hastily so my parents wouldn't see.
Well, it's time to head back home. I'll cook up your favorite lasagna when we get home, okay?
Thanks, Mom. However, my dad didn't speak the entire drive home. I wanted to talk to him, but after his moment at the funeral, I wasn't sure if that was a good idea.
It's about time we took off those dreary black clothes.
I'm about to dreary black clothes you, boy. Gathering my courage, I decided then that it was time to talk. Dad, could I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Why do you want me to move into the estate so soon?
I thought I made that rather clear. The college near your grandfather's house is well known for its business program. You are planning to major in business, yes?
Maybe? Maybe.
You graduate from high school, you'll just live there and can easily commute to and from school. It's a perfect fit for you.
Perfect. The chat for you guys. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about the game, you can ask. Question all in caps, and then I will see it as I go on. I forgot to mention that because I got too much into the game. But yeah, let's keep going. But it's so sudden. You just decided it so quickly right after the funeral.
Don't be so sensitive. If you're like that in the real world, you'll be crushed.
Heartless bitch, whatever. I'm just saying that maybe we could talk a bit more about my future. In reply, my father rubbed his temples and sighed quietly. Oh dear, this is about to not end good, is it?
After you graduate from college, you'll work at Anderson Family Toys. I have connections since I am part of the board of directors, so you will be guaranteed a spot. That is what we talked about before, yes?
Did we? I don't remember this conversation. Really, I don't. But what if...
Stop mumbling.
No, But what if I don't want to work there?
Don't be silly. It's the family company. Our company. I'm not just going to hand it over to some incompetent vice chairman.
He came closer to me and his face softened.
Look, this is all for the best, okay? You may not know it right now, but you will appreciate it later.
Will I really? Because it just seems like you're dictating my entire life and controlling it to a part where I do not have say-so or freedom of rights and such. This is going to end badly. For some reason, when I heard him say that, something snapped at me. I wasn't exactly sure what it was, but it made me feel so angry. Do you even care that grandfather passed away?
Of course I do.
Well, everything seems fine and dandy to you. Things couldn't be better.
Excuse me? I don't like your tone, young lady.
It's like nothing even happened at all. You just ignored the fact that he's no longer here.
Do not raise your voice at me.
What did he ever do to you to deserve this? My father, his face hardened, crossed his arms, and erupted in angry laughter.
Ha! You sure place him upon a pedestal, like he's some kind of venerated god or something. It makes me sick.
It makes me sick that you're giving me an effing attitude. Is that it? Are you happy seeing grandfather dead? Well, everyone was grieving. Were you holding yourself back from laughing in everyone's faces? Did you feel just a bit happier seeing him lying in the graveyard? Do not tell me that's what I thought it was. Is that what I thought it was? Fuck. A flash of rage crossed his face and he whipped the back of his hand across my cheek.
You don't know anything! Running your mouth like somehow you know everything that went on, when you're just a little girl that doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut!
Okay, we started off on the wrong foot.
You did not know my father! You did not know what he was capable of.
Is everything all right? What happened?
Look at her mom's face. It's like she's just terrified of what's happened. Like, it seems like the kitchen is only like a little few steps away. Like, it's just a few steps away. So she would have heard the entire conversation. So why is she acting like she don't know? Why? Nothing. I'm not hungry. I think I'll just go upstairs.
Honey, wait!
Bye, me! I quickly turned and ran up the stairs to my room, slamming the door behind me. My breath came in short pants, and for a while I just leaned against the door to my bedroom, eventually sliding down to sit against it. How did things become like this? My cheeks still throbbed. I tentatively stood up and looked at the mirror to see how it looked. Hopefully it doesn't bruise. What am I saying? Tears formed in the corner of my eyes, but I blinked them back rapidly. I couldn't cry for the second time today. I had to be stronger than that.
Are you all right? Your father told me nothing happened, but you know your father.
You were right there, obviously. I'm fine. I just lost my appetite.
The lasagna's done, though. And I don't want you skipping any meals. Are you sure?
No, Mom. We just got smacked in the face by our own dad. Because of a fight he had with our grandfather of some sort. And you won't even tell us. Ooh, irritates me. Yeah, don't worry about me, Mom. I'll come downstairs later to eat.
You're not telling me the whole story.
I just don't want to eat right now.
Please, dear. Tell me what's going on. I wish you would tell me why you're being like this.
I wanted to tell her. A part of me was screaming to tell her what Dad had done. At the same time, I knew she couldn't fix anything. Besides, I was moving out regardless. I remained silent, letting the event remain in the past.
Well, I'll leave your food on the table if you want to eat it later.
Finally, my mom left me alone. It was strange to think she was only a few inches away from me, only separated by a single wooden door. I really didn't know what to do. I needed to do something, anything, to get my mind off of what just happened. Anything would be better than thinking any more about the pain still radiating from my cheek. I was going to move into my grandfather's house tomorrow. I should probably pack my stuff so I would be prepared for tomorrow. Yeah, that was a good idea. I should start packing. I opened the closet, rummaging around for a while before I finally found 2 large bags. Pulling them out onto the floor of my room, I began to empty my drawers and my cabinets so that I could bring all my things with me. I didn't have much to bring other than just clothes and some toiletries. It was kind of bizarre that I didn't have many personal belongings. It wasn't like my luggage was completely devoid of them, but I certainly didn't have many things in my room that I would miss if I just suddenly left the house. I shook my head to rid myself of those thoughts. If I was going to my new home, I would have to feel like it. Okay, I can't see the word behind my camera. So one way or another, I was going to make it my home. Make it a home. What was that? What's that? Just as I was packing my things, my cell phone began ringing and vibrating in my pocket. Oh, it was our phone. Oh, that was actually a pretty good ringtone. I need to find out if there's actually a ringtone for that. That would be cool. I slid my phone out of my pocket and answered it while slowly easing myself onto my bed. Who could possibly be calling?
Hey, Anderson, you there?
Suzu! Naomi! Yes, I am here. I need chocolate, ice cream, whatever. I'm in trouble.
Is everything alright? We were worried about you, so we decided to call. Hello?
I'm really glad you guys called. My voice managed to come out, though it was only a whisper.
What happened? Are you okay?
Well, I slowly began to tell them about the funeral that afternoon. A small silence followed when I was done recounting what had happened, and to my relief, Naomi finally spoke up.
I can't begin to imagine how you must be feeling right now. I'm so sorry. Do you want us to come over right now?
No, it's okay. My dad isn't in a good mood. So, could we just keep talking on the phone like this?
Of course! We'd stay on the phone until the crack of dawn. Right, Suzu?
Yeah. We're always here if you need us. After all, we wouldn't be the awesome triple threat trio without you, right?
Yeah.
Triple threat trio? That sounds like the name of a gang.
Yeah. I mean, we're all taking on the world together. We've got to sound somewhat scary, or else no one's going to take us seriously.
What's with you and naming things?
You've got to step up your game, Naomi. Falling behind to the cool kids like Anderson and me.
Hey! I'm a cool kid. If anything, I'd say you'd have to step up your game.
We chatted cheerfully about all sorts of things. Very soon I had forgotten about the events that day and was engaged in a conversation about Naomi and her favorite TV show. Some program called Herlock. Like Sherlock? Or Herlock? What? We all agreed that the actor playing the titular character certainly had a very distinctive look about him, with that long overcoat and scarf wrapped around his neck. Oh my god, reference to Sherlock Holmes! Ah! We had many disagreements about who we thought was the coolest character. Yeah, he has really high cheekbones, and his eyes are pretty. Though I do have to say I prefer Jackson. And as a bonus, his actor is just so sassy. Yes! I looked at the clock hanging on the wall and realized how late it was. Whoa! It's already 1 a.m.? Sorry for keeping you guys up so late. I think I'm gonna hit the hay for tonight. See you guys at school tomorrow. I should probably shower and go to bed. I can't believe I stayed up this late just to talk to my friends. But it was really nice. Well, to the bathroom I go. I took a relaxing shower. Nothing beats hot water and the feeling of being clean. After drying myself, I promptly dressed in my PJs and crawled into bed. Ah, nice hot shower after a long day. I'm so glad to finally be in bed. It had been a really long day. I knew that I was wishing for something to change back in class, but I certainly wasn't expecting any of the things that happened today. Neither did I, girl. And I have to go to school tomorrow. I curled up on my side and tightly wrapped the blankets around me. I really wasn't in the mood to be returning to school, but my dad probably would make me go just for the sake of it. It's time to go to sleep. I reached out to the lamp on my nightstand to turn off the lights. However, my mind was so lost in the passing of my grandfather and the thought of inheriting something so big that it haunted my mind the entire night. It haunted my mind the entire night until the next morning. Oh. I shook my head to try to clear the sleepiness out of me, to no avail. I really didn't get any sleep last night. It's already time to wake up. Wait, school. As soon as I realized I had to go to school, I slipped out of bed and looked at the vanity mirror. That's a relief. Luckily, there was barely a bruise on my cheek. You had to squint to actually see it. I doubt anyone would actually notice it unless they leaned in really close. Breathing out a sigh, I got dressed, took my backpack, and caught the bus to go to school. Hey, that's what I do. Yeah! Go buses! They rock! That's hilarious. No. Wait. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Just some. It wasn't even hours before everyone heard of the news. I was approaching school and giving condolences for my loss. However, that wasn't what shocked my friends.
Wait, so you have the whole Anderson house to yourself? Lucky as hell, man!
Yeah, lucky! More like terrified.
Quit being so sensitive, Naomi. Quit being so vulgar, Suzu.
Can you both shut up? Like, is there an option where I can do that? Crap, not another one. Okay, guys, was Suzu right? Should I be, like, hella excited that I get, like, a freaking free mansion? Or should we go with Naomi's choice and be more sincere about it? The fact that we got it because my grandfather passed. Type it in chat, guys. Yeah! spilling stuff over here. Spilling stuff. Don't get it on the computer. Bah! I mean, I just don't really know who's right, though. Should it be Suzu? With the fact that I get a flippin' mansion for absolutely free with already elaborate furniture, or should I get be like Naomi, be more sincere about that, and because of this fault that my grandfather had to pass so I could get the house. I'm more of a sincere person. The fact that, yes, I'm freaking excited that we got a house for free after high school and college and for the rest of my life, basically. But it's like, we got because of our grandfather passing. A member of our family who owns a freaking toy company, or who did own a toy company, he's now dead. And he just inherits us everything. I'm just like, why? Like, how? But yeah, I mean, thing that said choose both, kind of like how I'm not comparing games to other games, but this is just an example, like how in dating sims you get like more than one choice, right? Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, you did get more choices in other dating sims, especially with other Otome games. The fact that I only get 2 choices for this is making me wonder what is going to happen in the near future with Naomi and Suzu. Hang on, guys, we're gonna do something. I'm going with a majority as well as a flip a coin. So yeah.
Man, come on!
See? She knows about proper public taste.
Proper taste.
I know how to be a lady. Sheesh.
Guys, I'm going there after school today because my parents want me to get used to living there.
Seriously? It hasn't even been a day since you came back to school.
Yeah, I do have to say that is kind of a little weird. But I think there's a reason why our dad decided that so quickly on. I know, but my parents want me to try living there as soon as possible.
Still, that's really fast. Are you going to be okay?
No. No, we're not going to be okay. Sorry guys, if you hear anything in the background, it's either me moving stuff, my dogs, or my family's waking up, or doing whatever, because this is literally before 11, and we're going to probably end it once that's done. Of course. But even in the comfort of my best friends, life seemed to keep testing me. Oh, God, what?
Hey! Don't go around shoving people like that.
What? What was that? Shoving? Who shoved? Who shoved who? Suzu? Naomi? Who shoved you two guys?
Whoops. Did I strike a nerve, Capini?
Reset! Oh my gosh. The freaking popular bitch of the school. Freaking bitch of the school. She let out a small laugh as she twirled her hair around her finger. Lisette, one of the last people I wanted to see today.
It's not me you should be apologizing to.
Yeah, bitch, apologize.
Oh, Anderson. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Really? You're acting so preppy and happy and nice? I'm alright.
Haven't you already heard, Lizette?
Of what?
Your grandfather's passing.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I don't really watch a lot of news.
It doesn't really sound like you mean it.
I do mean it. Earnestly. Why wouldn't I?
'Cause you're a freaking asshole.
Typical Capini. Isn't her family involved with the mafia or something? I wouldn't be surprised if she brought out a bat from behind her back right this moment.
Who this pitch? Huh? Who said that? Who said that about my Capini? My mijas? Who said that about my mijas? I'm going to B-slap one of these girls one of these days. I had nearly forgotten the crowd that followed Lisette, which was mostly comprised of people that no one wanted to see on a typical school day. No one had the slightest idea why exactly they followed Lisette around persistently, but they labeled themselves as social equals with her.
That is out of line. Suzu comes from an honest family.
Says the one whose family profits from political scandals.
Yeah, your dad doesn't make anything unless he's in the court with dirty politicians.
Guys, boo, this irritates me. I hate snobby, prissy pitches. Same, Naomi. I want to kick their butts.
Hey, let's all calm down for a second, alright? I'm sure Anderson needs some time to recuperate. I mean, what just happened? We need to give her some respect.
Respect? Respect? Oh, no. Hold up. First of all, you shoved into me and acted like a total prick. Then once you heard about my grandfather's passing, you're just like, oh, let's be nice and pretend that we like this girl, because then we can get hard-earned money from her if something were to happen to us. And then you just like don't even control your friends, but you're just now controlling your friends. You could have stopped them from the point that they started talking about our precious little Zuzu, our little Italian herb spice. Durr! Just stop. Stop acting like that already. Like you feel sorry for me.
What are you talking about?
Oh, go over. I'm sure you're happy seeing me like this. You already have everything you wanted. Now seeing me like this, life couldn't get any better. Bitterness seeped into me, and words started flying out of my mouth without a filter. But honestly, I didn't care. I was so consumed by anger that I only saw Lisette in front of me. What exactly am I to you? Just another part of your obstacle course? Is that what I am? I'm sick of it, Lisette. I'm sick of all these charades. I'm sick of you. Gasps rose from the crowd around her, and I was brought back to the school hallway. Even my friends beside me looked at me in surprise. Just watching this just to do something because I know who you are. I know this account. Dude, no. You're just doing this to be supportive, and I understand that, but it's like, ugh. Watch the video actually. Please. One girl looked like she was going to speak up, but Lisette held her hand up to stop her. There was an emotion in her face that I couldn't quite make out, but I could see a form of pity in her eyes. No, don't you dare pity me. I looked away from her. I didn't want to see that emotion in her eyes where she was talking to me. She didn't have the right to look at me like that way.
I'm sorry. I know your grandfather passing away must have really taken a toll on your emotions.
She stepped towards me and placed her hand on my shoulder. Get that frickin' hand off me, woman. No. Giving me a tiny smile as if for old time's sake. No. This ain't no old time's sake. Honey bun. Get that little hand off me before I cut it off with a knife. Sorry, guys. I'm a little pedoed. Once you start talking about my friends like this, it's like filter on filters are just gone. You are literally fighting with a mama bear. But for some reason, I didn't feel comfort at all. Not that I was just angry at her, but the expression on her face when she leaned in close to me contorted into something complex. Something was different about her. I couldn't quite place my finger on it, but something about her had definitely changed.
Well, I'll be going for now. Track meet responsibilities and all of that stuff. See you later.
Oh, I fucking hate what she's like. She acts like, okay, if you guys know Ruby, like the show from Rooster Teeth, Ruby, you know that there's like this girl named Weiss, and this is basically season 1 of meeting Weiss, is what Lisette White reminds me of. Freaking Ice Queen with literal, I don't even know. Like the 2 personality twist, that's weird. Something about Lisette made me feel uncomfortable. I wasn't just angry, but also uneasy. What was it? I had never seen her like that before. But I decided to pay no further attention to it. She continued running down the hallway with her gaggle of friends behind her. I refocused my attention to Miss Phillips, who was walking down the hall towards me.
Is everything all right, girls?
You boys, you boys, you boys, you boys, you boys. I love you and all, but stop it. Stop it. I know it's because I'm acting.
We couldn't handle Mrs. P. Just a bunch of snobs.
Suzu, hush! It was nothing, Mrs. Phillips.
I see. Well, Miss Anderson, please accept my condolences for your loss.
Thank you, Miss Phillips.
Your grandfather was a good man. He really upheld the philanthropy of his company's policies, and the money that went towards charity, too.
I know. He was amazing. I really looked up to him, and I want to be as good as he was.
Well, I know that you'll be as great as your grandfather.
Hell yeah, she will. She'll be 10 times better than her grandfather.
Would I really be better than my grandfather? Everyone seemed to have high expectations for me. I wanted to do my best and make my family proud, but to be better than my grandfather? Who friggin' owns a friggin' $1 million company and has a friggin' $1 million mansion. It's like, how can that be better than anything I can do? I wasn't sure about that. From outside the school's window, I saw a familiar blue car pull up to the curb. Undoubtedly, it was my father in the driver's seat. Oh, dear God. Oh, shit. Oh, my ride's here. Well, I guess I'll see you both tomorrow?
Want us to come with you?
Oh, no, it's okay. I'll be fine. See you. Hey, Dad.
Hey, honey.
As I got into the car, I noticed my father looked troubled, clutching at his steering wheel and staring straight ahead, as if something was really bothering him.
About what happened yesterday. I'm sorry for yelling at you. Does your cheek still hurt?
No, it's nothing to worry about.
I mean it. I shouldn't have laid a finger on you. You know that you're my most precious daughter. You're all that I have.
Yes, Dad? Come on, just speak your mind. Just go out with it. Just go out with it. Yet he couldn't bring himself to say what he could never say to me for such a long time. I always wanted to hear those words to affirm how he really felt. But I guess even now he couldn't say it to me. I turned my head away to look out the window. There was no point in waiting for something that was never going to come. And like that, he started to drive and the conversation between us ended. I decided to focus my attention on the passing scenery. We were taking the usual route to Grandfather's house. It was located within the facility of the school district. But it was still pretty far from the school and from where our house was. He had always lived alone. He insisted on doing things by himself, even at his age, living in such a large house. I wonder, did he pass away with no one at his side as well? It sounds so lonely and sad. It was strange that he decided on living all alone in his large estate. If anything, he could have lived with us, though he and my father probably would have given each other the silent treatment the entire time. Maybe living alone was preferable to that. I actually hadn't visited him for quite a while. Visits to his house were most frequent when I was a child, and I had grown up long since then. The last time I visited, though, I thought he looked just as he usually was, happy and healthy. But things change. In the back of my mind, I knew that he would have to leave one day. It wasn't like humans could live forever. Yeah. So why did my heart still feel so heavy? The car ride was mostly spent in silence until he spoke up.
How was school? Maintaining your grades, I hope.
Yeah, I've been trying my best as of so far.
Trying? That's not really doing the best you can, is it?
How about you go stick a dildo up your ass? Please? Just go do it. With my father, only some words I said were filtered through his ears. It was difficult to keep up a conversation without eventually talking about academics or my future, even if it was something loosely based on it. He always found a way to integrate it whenever we talked.
Anyway, your belongings are in the trunk. There isn't a lot, so I'm sure you can manage bringing them inside the house. After all, you are on the road to being independent now.
Yes, I can manage on my own. The usual silence resumed between us. I really wasn't sure what to say around him, especially when most of the time we didn't share the same opinions. One question did linger in my mind, though. If he wasn't going to justify acting so nonchalantly at grandfather's funeral, I had the right to at least know why. Okay, chat. say, Dad, about you and Grandpa.
We are not talking about this.
I feel like we should be. Because Grandpa did leave us yesterday, so...
I wouldn't care if he had left even long before that. I do not want to hear it, and that is the end of this conversation.
I knew this was going to happen. I kept telling myself, go with... Oh. As always, he managed to shut down any other form of conversation related to him. It was just like what happened last night. I opened my mouth slightly, but I closed it again. It was like talking to a brick wall. Hey! It wasn't like I could find out anything by somehow arguing my way through it. Alright then. I leaned against the car door, stared out the window. I really couldn't think, what would this place be like? I had been to my grandfather's house before, but it was one thing visiting it, and it was another thing actually living there. How would I manage living on my own without any training to really take care of a house? I knew that naturally the bills would be paid by my parents, who inherited my father's stocks to the corporation. But I had never lived independently before. Thinking about it made me feel like some kind of bird being pushed out of the nest. Although I was technically an adult, I felt unprepared and a bit daunted at the prospect of actually moving into a new place, like college, for example. But most people my age would be ecstatic moving out. After all, it would be symbolize some kind of change in their life, like being on the road to independency. But I felt like it was nothing of the sort. I really hoped I wouldn't let my parents down. I wouldn't want to let my grandfather down. What would he be saying right now? I gazed up at the passing clouds in the sky. If you're out there, Grandfather, how would you be doing? Would there be anything you'd want to tell me at this moment? And of course, no answer. What was I doing? Searching for an answer in the heavens that would or would not exist? I'm going crazy. I'm literally going crazy. I ducked my head to stare at the blur of the trees and cars from the car window. My head was definitely going into the clouds there at that moment. Either way, I found myself being driven off to my new home. And that, guys, I feel like we need to stop right. No, we're not going to stop a little longer. We're going to be a little longer for this one. The car rolled to a stop, and I drifted out of my thoughts.
Here we are. Go on in.
All right, tell Mom I love her.
All right.
I love you, Dad. Oh, did you hear that? He was actually hesitant. No, make sure to come by and visit us often. No, I'm going to miss you lots. No, nothing other than a blank stare. I paused before reaching for the car door handle, waiting for any form of goodbye, but he didn't speak again. I sighed and exited the car, hearing my dad prop open the trunk. I saw the 2 large bags I packed last night that were large enough to carry only the things I needed. I took them out, placed one bag on each shoulder, and closed the trunk. He then drove off, leaving me alone in front of the mansion. I watched the blue car fade into the distance of the road before turning to see my new home. There it is. It's huge. My grandfather gave me this. It's hard to believe. Actually, that's a pretty sick colonial-styled house, I have to say. Freaking, freaking modern colonial. Modern colonial. Oh my goodness. The house was framed by a set of tall gates. and I hesitantly pushed them aside to take in the entire estate. I feel like we're going to be meeting the boys soon. The house still looked like it was when I last visited him. At a glance, it seemed kind of intimidating with its size, though if I came closer, it was clear that there was more to it than that. The brick walls were framed by shrubberies and lovely flowers, giving it a homely and welcoming look. But in contrast to the tall doors into the house, gave me a feeling of grandeur. Who knew what was waiting for me? I wouldn't back down at this moment. I took out the keys to the front door and unlocked them. Well, might as well make myself at home. I'll be staying here for quite a while anyways. That's when I saw him. Okay, guys, I knew it. We were actually going to meet the boys soon. We're going to stop the stream here for this week, and next week, we will continue. We will. So if you guys actually like this, please subscribe. Comment down what you think will happen next, what you expect would happen, and did you like how this video was made? Did you like me doing the actual streaming, or do you want to see me try and do editing and making an actual video for this? Because I can try. I'm good with that. And like I said, guys, if this stream actually gets to 20 likes, just 20 likes, I will post another video or another stream. And also, guys, kind of like give me some suggestions on what other games you would want me to play. As of right now, I'm only playing free games that I get. So any kind of like free games that you think I can play, that you think you would like to see me, Rocinda Gaming, to play, let me know. So, bye guys, and stay wolfy.